Kenny suggested it.
Not an open meeting, so
I want to welcome everybody tonight to our scholarship meeting at Rosenberg Lodge 881. I'd like to invite everybody to join us in the pledge of the United States flag and Texas flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, educators, families, and especially our scholarship recipients. On behalf of the officers and brethren of Rosenberg Lodge 881, it is both an honor and privilege to welcome you to our scholarship award ceremony. Tonight, we gather to celebrate achievements not only in academics, but in character, leadership, and service. As Freemasons, we are deeply committed to the values of education, community involvement, and the pursuit of excellence. The students we honor this evening embody the promise of a brighter future, and we are proud to recognize their hard work, dedication, and potential. We also take this moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to the teachers and mentors who continue to guide and inspire these young minds, and to the families who offer unwavering support way along the way. Your encouragement plays a vital role in shaping the leaders of tomorrow. Thank you for joining us on this meaningful occasion. Your presence here reflects a shared commitment to nurturing the next generation, and we are deeply grateful for your continued support. At this time, I will now turn over to our 2024-25 Scholarship Committee, which includes Brother Jason Vance and Brother Scott Wright.
Thank you, Worshipful Master. Great speech, very inspirational. Thank you so much for sharing those words as well. So definitely encouraged me. Worshipful Master, Right Worshipful Sirs, Wardens, and Brethren, we're glad to be here tonight, and we have a great turnout. We want to thank all of you all for joining us tonight on this auspicious occasion. We'll first start off with our teacher honorariums, and they'll be presented by Brother Scott Wright.
Greetings, everybody. Everybody like dinner? Yes. All right. Before we start, I just wanted to say hello, and everybody give the teachers and students a round of applause. Come on. You guys, you know you work hard. So it is a privilege and both a personal joy to stand before you tonight for the purpose of recognizing and celebrating you remarkable men and women who have dedicated your lives to the noble cause of teaching. Within our Masonic traditions, we hold knowledge, wisdom, and above all, moral instruction in the highest regard and standard. Freemasons believe that the shaping of character, similar to what we call the mastery of our craft, in that we as Freemasons strive to shape our own personal character, as well as the constant pursuit of truth, is the fundamental aim and goal of our fraternity, and are essential to the shaping and building of a better society. And so tonight, we honor you, those who labor every single day in your own craft of teaching, quietly, patiently, and most often, without the recognition you truly deserve. So as Freemasons, we hold close to the ideal that teachers are the unsung architects of our future. These educators lay the foundations on which students are to learn upon. Again, shaping the ability of their students to receive and interpret information and instruction, helping those students to realize actual dreams can come true. Teachers today not only offer just facts and figures, but they offer inspiration, guidance, and hope that dreams envisioned by individual students can very much be made real. Contrary to the school district's opinion, a teacher's influence should not be measured in test scores or state statistics, I think, but rather by the individual lives that they touch and change, the courage they ignite, and the moral aptitude displayed in their everyday lessons. If you can get a young mind interested in learning without a digital device dictating information to them, you've probably done your job with care. So to our honored recipients, this award is but a small token of our recognition, but moreover, a symbol of our deep appreciation for your ability to win those everyday battles. You may not wear aprons or bear the tools of our craft, but in every sense, each of you is an architect of not just your own destiny, but of our entire community's future leaders. You shape hearts as well as minds. You are the cornerstone and the foundation that our cities are laid upon. If not in membership, you are truly Masonic in spirit, and we enjoy standing by you. On behalf of Rosenberg Lodge number 881, and with the deepest respect and gratitude, I say thank you for your commitment, your courage, and your enduring resolve in the face of adversity, and your evident impact. May you continue to educate and lead by example, and most importantly, may you continue to be a shining light to your students that they can depend on for you to show them the way. Thank you, and congratulations, everybody. I'd like to present our awards simultaneously, if you will. Will Miss Jacqueline Burdette from Culver Elementary School and Mrs. Renee Torres from Navarro Intermediate School please stand and approach the podium.
Sorry.
Oh, that was the wrong one? Oh, okay. Okay, here's your check.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Any words y'all want to say?
Well, it's been a very pleasant experience being a teacher. I know there's a lot of negativity, with schools and, but being able to inspire kids. I work with special education students, so it's dear to my heart.
That's good. Thank you.
I know how much y'all do scholarships for the kids, and I know it means a lot to them and their families, and it's the only way that they can keep moving with their future. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Or each award that we endowed the teachers with was $500. So hopefully it helps them with something. So again, we appreciate your help. So we're going to go ahead and turn it back over to our brother senior warden, Jason Ovance, for the presentation of scholarship awards.
Thank you. Thank you, Scott. All right. Good evening again. Tonight, we come together to celebrate the accomplishments of 7 exceptional scholarship recipients. Students who have demonstrated not only academic excellence, but also a steadfast commitment to character, service, and perseverance. These are values deeply cherished within our Masonic tradition and essential to building a strong and compassionate society. Freemasonry has long believed in the power of education to elevate individuals and enrich communities. Our lodge is proud to support the aspirations of young people who are striving to become thoughtful leaders, engaged citizens, and lifelong learners. As you prepare to take the next step in your journey, I encourage you to remember that education is about more than diplomas or degrees. It is about becoming the kind of person who uplifts others, who builds with purpose, and who leads with integrity. One of the most distinguished Masons in American history, Brother Benjamin Franklin, wisely said, an investment in knowledge always pays the best investment. The knowledge you gain in the coming years will open many doors, but how you use that knowledge to serve, to lead, and to grow will define your true legacy. Mary B. Lamar, a proud Texas Mason and rightly called the father of Texas education, and I know that many of you know who he is because many of you wrote papers on it. He offered a powerful reminder of education's higher calling. The cultivated mind is the guardian of genius and genius of democracy. It is the only dictator that free men acknowledge and the only security that free men desire. As you work towards your dreams, let us also reflect on the words of poet Edwin Markham, who said, great it is to believe the dream as we stand in youth by the starry stream. But a greater thing is to fight life through and say at the end, the dream is true. Let these words remind you that your journey will not always be easy, but it will be meaningful and worth the effort. In closing, please know this, the Masonic body of Texas, and especially the Brethren of Rosenberg Masonic Lodge number 881, are proud of each of you and your families. We look forward to witnessing the great things you will achieve. As you continue your lifelong process of learning, self-improvement, you will slowly chip away at the superfluous parts of yourself, shaping your life like a rough ashlar into one that is smooth and strong, a foundation for truth, honor, and enduring respect. Congratulations. May your path ahead be guided by wisdom, fueled by passion, and strengthened by the knowledge that a community of brothers and neighbors believe in each of you. And now, it is our great honor and privilege to present scholarships to the following outstanding students. First up, Elizabeth Adams from Randall High School. Elizabeth is being represented by Bridget and Brandon Adams. She couldn't be here today, she's actually on vacation, but they came in to accept it on her behalf. So thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Adams, for coming over.
Here's the check. Thank you.
Would you like your say
Any
words?
Oh, we're very honored that you've done this for Lizzie. It's going to go a long way. She's going to A&M Galveston to study marine biology and marine fisheries.
Good. Thank you.
Now, is that the Texas A&M?
It is
That's
the
what she
Texas
meant.
A&M.
Okay. He'd
Just
love
at
to
the
hear that.
Galveston location.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank you. Yes. Oh, it's okay to take pictures. Get your cameras out. Take all the pictures you want. It's fun. Also, we have Solana Argao from George Ranch High School.
Your certificate, congratulations. Can you tell us where you're going to school and what you're studying?
I'm going to UT Austin in Macomb School of Business to study finance.
I'd like to introduce one guest. I know him very well. In fact, I've known him for 16 years. William Vance, would you come here?
Son of
He's a son of.
When are you gonna teach your dad how to grow hair?
He's taller than me with the hair. William is a student at Lamar Consolidated High School, and he's also a part of a Masonic organization. It's called the International Art of Demolay, and he's going to present this scholarship to someone that's special to him as well.
Good evening, everybody. My name is William. This scholarship is very special to me because I've known this person for 2 or 3 years now, and I'm very happy to award this scholarship to Ms. Melanie Garcia from Lamar Consolidated High School.
Where do you plan to attend and study?
I plan to attend the University of Texas at Austin. And I will be there studying for public affairs. And I just like to say I'm very honored for this award. It took a little bit writing the essay, but it was fun. And I'm just truly honored. And I'd like to thank my family and Will just for pushing me and guiding me towards this direction and where I'm heading to. So thank you so much.
Great job, William. Next, we have Ms. Reagan McComas of Fulshire High School.
And where are you attending school and studying?
I'll be attending the University of Tulsa to study electrical engineering with a minor in Spanish, business and innovation, and cybersecurity.
All right. And next we will have Ms. Hannah Ramirez.
Congratulations, your certificate. And where do you attend school? And
I'm going way up to New York, and I'm going to the University of Rochester for softball, and I'm going to get my electrical engineering degree as well. So I'm going.
And next we will have Mr. Alexander Simmons.
congratulations, Alexander. Here's your certificate. And where do you plan to go and study?
I'm going to be studying at the University of Texas at Austin for computer science. And I wanted to dedicate this to my family, who have really helped me along my journey as I've done a lot of things. And without their support, I think it would have been much harder to get through to the point where I'm at today.
And our last and final scholarship, we have Miss Emma Woods. Emma also could not be here today, but she is represented by her father, Mr. Michael Woods.
Congratulations to your daughter. And where does she plan to attend and study? So she's going to have a friend. So my daughter's going to be going to University of Texas at Austin, and she's going to be in the LBJ School of Public Affairs as well. Her ultimate goal would one day to be a U.S. diplomat at one point. So if you ever see Emma Woods and you're voting, she would appreciate your vote. She couldn't be here, but she did want me to tell you that she is very honored. Thank you so much for you guys. My stepdad is a Mason, and I was talking to Bill, and he says, well, you need to learn more about the Masons, so I may do that afterwards. But thank you so much. And again, she's very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And before we turn it over, like parents, would you all like to say a word or two? Parents? Okay.
Round of applause for the parents.
Marlon, I would not apologize. Well, we thank all of you parents and for your hard work and dedication as well. You all aware I will be in 2 years, and then I have 2 more after that. So, you know, hopefully we'll be able to do that as well. So, at this time, it is our distinct pleasure to welcome a brother who has exemplified leadership and Masonic services across the state of Texas. Please join me in welcoming Right Worshipful Cody Cockroft. a dedicated Mason and current president of the Texas Masonic Charities Foundation. Through his work, he has helped strengthen the impact of Masonic charity in communities across our state, supporting education, relief efforts, and vital outreach programs. Right Worshipful Cockcroft's commitment to serving others reflects the highest values of our fraternity, and we are honored to have him with us this evening. Right Worshipful Cockcroft.
Well, good afternoon. I don't have a prepared speech, so I might not necessarily speak as eloquently.
One second. My apologies. I've been reminded twice. Each student scholarship received $2,000 tonight.
Masonry and details. Right. But in one of the capacities that I serve as a Mason is the president of the Texas Masonic Charities Foundation. And essentially what that is, it's separated from the Grand Lodge of Texas, but its membership are Master Masons of Texas. So from a corporation standpoint, the Grand Lodge of Texas doesn't get in our business. We don't necessarily get in the Grand Lodge's business. But we do have a common belief, and that common belief is to invest in tomorrow. And there is no better way to invest in tomorrow than through our teachers, which we coin guardians of our society and our students. So going back to rural Texas, before there was 2 land grant colleges, one of which was the Texas A&M University, established in 1876, and that little school in Austin was established in 1883. Now I say that tongue in cheek, but I was fortunate enough to get a degree out of both universities, and I have ultimate respect for both. But before Maribou Lamar established land grants, both of these schools were land grants, Texas Masons had 2-story buildings. They had 2-story buildings for one primary purpose. Primary purpose was they met on the 2nd floor, but they opened the ground floor up for education. And it was so important to the Masons that the Masons actually paid the salaries for teachers out of the dues that they paid to be Masons of Texas. So when you travel the rural towns of Texas, oftentimes you will see a square and compasses, oftentimes being on a 2-story building. So that tradition is very sincere to Masons, and I thought it was important to communicate that to each of you. But we wouldn't be where we are if we didn't have an education. Education is probably the 3rd most important thing that we as humans can pursue or to be a function of. Number 1, our faith. Nothing else matters if we are not people of faith, in whomever your God may be. Second to that is the family. We wouldn't be here without our family. They are the greatest cheerleaders we have. They kick us in the backside when we need to be kicked in the backside. They hug our necks when we might be down. But they are always the biggest cheerleader. And young people, I want y'all to look to your right and to your left, and you need to thank your family for their investment in you. Perhaps you might not be here tonight if they didn't invest their heart and soul into you. By the way, I live in Fulshire. So, the Texas Masonic Charities Foundation. We, as Master Masons, we work hard through fundraising, selling hot dogs, nachos, whatever it may be, to earn capital to be able to present these hard earnings to you. Between 1 January 2025 through 31 March 2025, the Master Masons of Texas earned $2,451,053 that provided the revenue source to provide 1,953 scholarships this year. Now, in Richmond, Texas, there's a lodge in Richmond, Morton Lodge 72, and we have some Yorkite bodies that serve out of that lodge. And a few years ago, we got together and we said, you know, what about the teachers? And people say, well, what about the teachers? Well, number one, they're probably the bravest souls that there can be. They're either real tough or very stubborn. I think most teachers are probably both. But what was so special about the teachers is that they are using their family's disposable income many times to provide school equipment, school supplies, and so on and so forth for those less fortunate children that would not have the same advantage as somebody who had the means to provide for. So what about them? Why not recognize them? So at our Richmond chapter and council, we started this thing at Jane Long, which is a Title I school, where we basically started sponsoring, and it started off with kindergarten teachers, all 5 of them. And we provided a monetary stipend. Then we went to the first grade, and then went to the second grade, and so on and so forth. And when I pulled the short straw and was made the president of the Texas Masonic Charities Foundation, I challenged the foundation and the board of directors saying, I think we can do better than we've done. Why don't we also get behind the teachers? And why don't we recognize the teachers for their investment as being guardians of our society for the benefit of Texans for the long term? So this is the second year we did it. The first year that we rolled it out, we recognized 80 teachers throughout the state. This year we recognized 247 teachers. And we're hopeful and very desirous that this program is going to continue and the Master Masons continue to invest in the society so that we as a collective body can continue to invest in our teachers. So you teachers, I know what y'all go through. We all know what you go through. Thank you for what you do. Look before you. These are your products. Y'all are the special guardians of our society, because somebody like me couldn't do it. And God has a special place in heaven for you two ladies and those like you. So with that, I would ask all students that received a scholarship, if you would please rise. Now, I got a couple of quotes that's gotten me through life. They're very profound, in my opinion. The first one is from Michelangelo, and I know you've just heard this. But I want y'all to break down these words, and I want you to contemplate these words. The danger for most of us is not that we aim too high and miss our target, but we aim too low and achieve the mark. Y'all are the best of the best. Y'all are the top tier students. Your earning potential is higher than most. You're all very intelligent, but you must be persistent. And if your goal is to get a bachelor's degree, aim to get a master's. Aim to get a PhD. So if you're getting a bachelor's, aim for your PhD. Perhaps you won't make a PhD, but if you fail to make a PhD, perhaps you become a master's. And that's the point. Because if you aim too low, you will absolutely achieve that mark. And you owe it to yourselves, you owe it to your parents, you owe it to your children to do better than that. And the second quote is by Norman Schwarzkopf. Do y'all know that name?
You're too young for that.
Well, so he handed Iraq their backside in about 17 days in the First Persian War. But he had a quote that said, leadership is a potent combination of character and strategy. But if you must be without one, be without strategy.
Amen.
character, integrity. That's what differentiates the great person from the mediocre person. And every time you look in that mirror, that person that's looking back at you is the one person that won't lie to you. So thank you for being the students that you are. Thank you for the investment in this state, in this world, that you're going to accomplish as you pursue your higher education. Thank you for taking care of us, because later in life, perhaps we won't have the chance to thank you. So on behalf of the Grand Master of Texas and Rosenberg Lodge number 8A1, thank you for being great human beings. Thank you for being great children. And thank you for being the leaders that we all know you have the potential of being. So go give them hell. Good luck to you all.
I want to thank y'all all for showing up tonight, and after the benediction, would y'all please stay and take a group picture of the students? up at the-
Everybody.
Everybody. And right now, I'm going to turn it over to our right worshipful Cody Crockoff for a benediction. Please rise.
Please rise. Not that you haven't heard enough of me, but I'm going to put my chaplain cap on. So please bow your head. Great architect of the universe, we thank you for this time to come together. Thank you for these leaders of our society. Bless them as they pursue excellence. Continue to bless their parents. Give their parents the strength and understanding and the confidence that their children are making the right decision that benefits us all. Bless them, provide them safe travels to their homes. Thank you for our fraternity, and thank you for providing the Master Masons of Texas the benevolency for the heart to continue to strive, to work, and to earn through zealous nature to provide these benefits, to invest in these future leaders. And in your precious name, I pray, amen.
So let it be. Thank y'all. Please,
Join us.
Everybody.